you guys know, as Harry Potter fans, J.K. Rowling is a bit of a problematic so-and-so within the LGBTQ community, right? But my ex-girlfriend thought that if I played that game, then I'm anti-trans. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't think that's the case, okay? There is an argument, by the way. There is an argument to not wanting your 33-year-old boyfriend. I'm fat, I'm balding. You know, like I come in 5 seconds and then I leave the bedroom. She's like unpleasured and then she hears me through the window in the living room being like, Levioso Hagrid! Hermione's coming, get the flying car, Ron. That's an actual fucking argument. I can't fight that argument, you know? But as much as everything does feel like it's political, I don't think if you enjoy something like that, like I'm not anti-trans, that just shows that she doesn't know who I am. I'm from here, I'm from New York, I vote blue. I'm liberal just like the rest of you queers, okay? I don't care what you do with your body parts as long as you're not hurting anybody with it, you know what I mean? I always laugh, this is a big argument you hear from anti-trans people all the time that makes me just giggle, because nobody seems to be like, look, this is so stupid. Remember, you know when people are like, I don't feel safe with transgender women in our public bathrooms? That always makes me laugh, because it's like, has anybody here been in a public bathroom and felt safe?
Thank you so much. Start clapping right now. The hilarious Brendan Sagalow!
Did anybody take the subway here? Dude, what a fucking nightmare, isn't it? The vibe of the subway, it feels like the waiting room at a mental hospital. I saw a guy once sneeze and make no sneeze face, and I can't stop thinking about it. Have you ever seen that? I was just looking at this guy, he's like, it's like, Jesus. Fucking nightmare, dude. This whole city, it scares me. I mean, even walking here, some teenager was like, he went on the fucking window, and, you know, you have to just smile at him. I wanted to hit him. But he's a teenager, you know what I mean? I wanted to go bang right on the fucking glass, but you can't, unfortunately. I'm so scared of teenagers, dude. My whole TikTok algorithm is like teenagers pranking people. Do you get that on your algorithm? My whole fucking thing is just teenagers pranking people in supermarkets and shit. I'm waiting for it to happen to me. It's affected me as a person. Some kid was just running by me the other day and he tripped and fell right in front of me. And normally I'd help him up, but I fucking stared at him, and I just looked at him like, you know, I thought he was internet pranking me. I thought if I picked him up, he was gonna go, can I get a yeah? And then I'm on World Star the next day, fat lesbian has a panic attack. I can't get a job or pussy, so I'm doing cameos with that fat kid, the Rizzler. Just being like, you tell him, Riz, we bring the boob. I don't know, I'm very memeable, you know what I mean? I look at that Hawk Tuah girl and I'm like, there by the fucking grace of God go I. I remember the exact moment I could have been Hawk Tuah'd. The exact moment I was like, I could have had a fucking catchphrase. I got into an argument with a guy and I was losing weight at the time, and he did not think so, which happens, you know. If you're on a diet tonight and you're like, let me go, I think I did it, go pick a fight with a stranger and just see how fat you still are. He walked right up to me, he went, you fat fuck. And then I said to him, not as much as I used to be. I said that very quickly at him. That could have been my Hawk Tuah. Then he laughed in my face. Spanish guy, he went, ja, 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 ja. Can you believe that? I get into fucking arguments with people, man. Do you do that? You get into arguments with strangers? Shit gets fucking weird. I got into an argument with a guy over a parking spot. I don't even own a fucking car. I just saw this guy parked like an asshole, and I was like, fuck you, man. But he's like, where's your car? It's like, you walked here. He's like, why are you even mad? I was like, because you're in a society. And then at the end, we're going, fuck you, right? And then at the end of the argument, he blew a kiss at me, which has never happened to me before. He was like, okay, buddy, you have a good day. And that was weird, but instinctually, this is the weird part, I fucking caught the kiss. I don't have a car, I have a man's kiss. I just gotta work on the temper, you know what I mean? I got a big temper, you know, and I'm working on it. I go to therapy. My fucking therapist is kind of an asshole, though. Like, he's always trying to, like, bust my balls. Like, you know, he's very, tough love, I'd say. He goes, Brendan, what you gotta do is you gotta stop smoking so much weed and you gotta stop jerking off all the time. I never went to him with jerking off as a problem Is he allowed to just put that on you? He just looked at me, he was like, you gotta jerking off. Look at this fucking guy. You got a jerk. I mean, the minute I shook your hand, I knew you got a jerking off problem. And now when I masturbate, I think about him, which is a fucking problem. Oh my God. Also, the irony of being in a fucking barbershop with the worst haircut I've ever had. Oh my God, I had a mental breakdown and I shaved my head and now a bunch of fucking kids comment on my videos, oh, fucking Bobby Hill looking at, you know? So I'm working on the temper. Here's big tip. If you got a temper, do not date somebody with a temper, okay? You thought it might cancel each other out, but you're just fucking two billy goats, just knocking heads all the time, going out to places, fresh off of a fight, all your friends can feel it, but you're like, no, we're good, right? We're good. Like, I think about that with stand-up all the time. Like, how many couples are in a comedy club that fought that day, and now they're sitting here, Like, how many even before they walked in, you guys are couples, how many of you before you walked in were like, can we just have a good time tonight? And now you're sitting here faking it, I was thinking about this. There must have been a couple on the Titanic that argued the entire time and then died. How sad is that? That's so sad. Some wife being like, the boat is sinking, Frank, get the fuck up. Get up, get off your fat ass, Frank. The husband's sitting like, well, then why is the band still playing, Janice? Band's still not gonna play if the fucking boat's so I just want to have a good time. I was in a relationship like that. You ever been in one of those? You just fucking argue all the time? Isn't that miserable? Why we do that to ourselves? It's fucking miserable. You think it's fun? There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing fun than being fucking tense all the time. And like, we would argue over politics. Could you fucking imagine? And the core of the issue was we were just two different people. You know what I mean? She was incredibly liberal. Like, she would march and protest and vote and all that like good stuff. All that stuff that we need, you know what I mean? But all the stuff we need to progress as a society, and I am a fun guy. And those two things are always, you know what I mean? I like to black out. She likes black people. You know? Sorry. No, I'm kidding. I'll give you an example, though. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Anytime someone's like, what? I'm like, look, this is what happened. We got into an argument once. I like to play video games, right? That relaxes me. That's my shit. And I wanted to play the Hogwarts Legacy Harry Potter video game. Okay, yeah, a couple Hufflepuffs. In the house, couple of puffs. And, okay, as you guys know, as Harry Potter fans, J.K. Rowling is a bit of a problematic so-and-so within the LGBTQ community, right? But my ex-girlfriend thought that if I played that game, that I'm anti-trans. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't think that's the case, okay? There is an argument, by the way. There is an argument to not wanting your 33-year-old boyfriend. I'm fat, I'm balding. You know, like, I come in 5 seconds, and then I leave the bedroom. She's, like, unpleasured, and then she hears me through the window in the living room being like, Levioso, Hagrid! Hermione's coming, get the flying car, Ron! That's an actual fucking argument. I can't fight that argument, you know? But as much as everything does feel like it's political, I don't think if you enjoy something like that, like, I'm not anti-trans. That just shows that she doesn't know who I am. I'm from here. I'm from New York. I vote blue. I'm liberal just like the rest of you queers, okay? I don't care what you do with your body parts as long as you're not hurting anybody with it. You know what I mean? I always laugh. This is a big argument you hear from anti-trans people all the time that makes me just giggle, because nobody seems to be like, look, this is so stupid. Remember, you know when people are like, I don't feel safe with transgender women in our public bathrooms? That always makes me laugh, because it's like, has anybody here been in a public bathroom and felt safe? Who's feeling safe in public bathrooms? You're walking into a public bathroom, oh, safe, safety, safe. Oh my God, this feels so safe in here. This guy's sleeping, that's how safe he feels. Look at this fucking guy, get up. Oh, he's dead. That's how safe he was, he died here. He felt the calming sensation of a public bathroom to be his last place, and, oh, look at all the writing on the walls. Must be cautionary tales of past. From old sailors. What's this say? Call John for a good time? John must be the sheriff. Okay, we are safe In the back. What's this little hole? Handshake hole. So you put your hand through there. If you don't want to make eye contact, that's scary. Eye contact is scary. And then you just shake a very slimy hand. And not for nothing, if you do feel so unsafe in a public bathroom, don't you want a muscular woman in there? Don't you want a fucking woman who can tuck her balls behind her back and be like, go piss, I'll watch the door, you go piss. Anybody comes in here, I'll fuck him in the ass. You guys been great. Enjoy the rest of your show. My name is Brendan Sagalow. I love you very much.
Keep it going for Brendan!